why self-driving cars and writing the best algorithms and model for it is the toughest problem right now. And according to you, then what is the trolley problem and how can it be fixed?
So let me start with the trolley problem. Then we will be able to understand why self-driving cars are extremely complex.
Right.
So the trolley problem, it states, suppose you are driving a car, not necessarily you, or an AI-driven car. So
Right.
if the AI is driving that car and the AI within the car, it sees like in front of the car there is one small kid who is likely going to be struck,
Right.
and then the AI needs to take a decision either to avoid that kid who is right down in the middle of the road or to the left or the right. So like in the Western countries, we always drive a car on the right hand side. So if that car is going to take a turn towards the right, because that's where the pavement is, where so to avoid that kid. So
Correct.
now this car needs to be taught would think that we have to avoid the kid which is right down in the middle of the road. But the complexity in this problem comes when there are 3, 4, 5, 6 people who are eating an ice cream or just walking on the pavement. So your car is either going to hit that little kid in the middle of the road or the group of people who are down in the pavement drinking a cup of tea, coffee. So how will you teach this car which decision to take? In the middle of the road, you have a little kid, and on the side, you have a few grown-ups who are like doing something. So
Right.
this trolley problem is a very complex problem, and when like these kind of problems will be solvable by the AI built within the car, that day I feel we can start to trust in these AI-driven cars. And the other aspect is right, and the other aspect is to the left. To the left is like there may be a car. So if you are driving a car in Germany, like in the Autobahn, cars have a speed limit.
Yeah.
The cars are coming very fast. So if that car has to take a direction to the left, then that car is going to be struck very badly by incoming vehicle. And that may lead to the death of the driver, his companions who are within the car. So this is the trolley problem. And I feel that the day when we can actually train an AI-driven car to take the most appropriate, the most human decision, that day I feel, now we have successfully implemented AI in cars.
Right. I mean, how will you write an algorithm which sort of covers all the scenarios that are possible, as compared to when a human brain is looking at it and thinking about the different scenarios to avoid nearly 99% of crashes. How would you train such an algorithm? How would you create those models? Can you talk about them as well?
See, one of the way I think in which we will be able to train these AI-driven cars is via reinforcement learning. And the reinforcement learning is based on the rewards and reinforcement learning is based on the reward system.
Okay.
So so we need to be able to see which is going to be the most rewarding instance. The people in the pavement, the kid in the middle, or to the left, basically your own car being struck by an incoming car and maybe led to the death of all the people who are within the car.
Right.
So that is why the trolley problem is a very complex problem, and it is not yet. I don't know exactly the current status where like the AI driven cars has implemented this aspect, but I feel like we should come across a solution very soon.
Okay.